Welcome to our video on the story of Forrest Corry Parry, a scientist and inventor who changed the way we use credit cards today. In the 1960s, credit card technology was in its infancy. Cards were made of paper and the information on them had to be manually entered by a cashier. This was not only time-consuming, but also prone to errors. That's where Forrest Corry Parry comes in. As a scientist at IBM, he was tasked with finding a way to make credit card transactions faster and more efficient. He came up with the idea of using magnetic strips on credit cards. These strips could store all the information needed for a transaction, such as the cardholder's name, account number, and expiration date. This meant that the information no longer had to be manually entered, and transactions could be completed much faster. Forrest Corry's invention of the magnetic strip for credit cards was not without its challenges, though. One of the main obstacles he faced was figuring out how to effectively adhere the magnetic strip to the plastic cards. Initially, he tried to use glue to attach the magnetic strip to the card, but this proved to be problematic. The glue had a tendency to dry out over time, which caused the strip to fall off the card. To overcome this issue, Forrest Corry Parry experimented with different methods of adhering the magnetic strip to the card. He tried using heat to melt the strip and bond it to the card, but this resulted in the strip being far too thin and fragile. He also tried using a pressure-sensitive adhesive, but this proved to be too weak, and the strip would often peel off. One day, when he returned home, Parry's wife Dorothea was using a flat iron to iron clothes. He explained his inability to get the tape to stick to the plastic in a way that would work. She suggested that he use the iron to melt the strip to the card. He tried it, and it worked. Finally, Forrest Corry Parry found success in using an iron to heat the strip and then press it onto the card. This method proved a strong bond between the strip and the card and was able to withstand the wear and tear of daily use. Forrest Corry's invention of the magnetic strip allowed for much more efficient credit card transactions. It eliminated the need for manual entry of credit card information and reduced the risk of errors. It also made possible for credit card companies to produce cards on a large scale, which helped to increase the number of people using credit cards. Forrest Corry Parry's invention of the magnetic strip for credit cards was a game changer in the way credit card transactions were processed. He used a simple and inexpensive method of using an iron to heat the magnetic strip and then press it onto the card. A simple idea from his wife Dorothea, who was ironing at the time, that forever changed the credit card industry.